Hello, welcome to the Glass Tower Top 5. It is the week of December the 1st, 2016. I'm Rainey Knudson.
I'm Christina Rees. I'm in New York, by the way.
I like that hotel room.
My house doesn't look like this.
December is here, which means, of course, you buy art for all your friends and loved ones. And look for next week my top 5 museum gift shops in Texas. I consider myself to be something of a connoisseur of the subject. But number 5 this week is Copia. It's the holiday art bazaar presented by the Southwest School of Art in San Antonio. It's one-of-a-kind art, handcrafted keepsakes, artisan-made gifts. It's Friday and Saturday. These kinds of things are happening all over the state right now, so check our listings. These are really fun opportunities, oftentimes to meet the actual artist and to buy wonderful things that you can't buy at Target.
So, number 4 this week is at the Goss Michael Foundation here in Dallas. They're kicking back in with the feature, which is more local and regional artists that they show alongside the international stuff. This is a 3-person feature show with Gennaro Good out of Houston, Kier Tanchak, who's actually, she's Canadian, but she lives in Dallas now, and the young Paul Winker from North Texas, my alma mater, and he's in Dallas. And I don't see any thematic link up here. They're all painters, and they all seem to play with shape and a kind of flatness in the picture plane and color. And even though they're painting dimensionally, it's kind of, there's almost a surreal type flatness to a lot of the work. I think more than anything, the paintings are just all going to look good together in the same room.
Didn't we pick Paul Winker for a top 5?
His work was at Circuit 12 recently. He's getting around. The guy has some hustle, and the paintings are good. And he's a kid, and he's doing well. He's making some cool stuff. I don't know.
Let's go down that rabbit hole of whether or not MFAs are worthwhile anymore.
Not today.
Not right now.
No.
Number 3 is Kermit Oliver at the Hooks Epstein Gallery in Houston. This opens on December the 3rd, this weekend. Kermit Oliver is really a legendary Texas artist. Oddly, he was not included in the show the MFH did this year of works by African-American artists in their collection. And they own a ton of his stuff, which it surprised me. And I think maybe sometimes he gets short shrift because his work is very illustrative and figurative. He does beautiful drawings of animals and people. He does portraits of other artists, portraits of himself. He's known for his fantastic Aramis scarves, and if you have any of the Aramis scarves that feature Texas wildlife or American wildlife, they're probably done by Kermit Oliver. But they're just really beautiful works, and they're beautiful in person. So go see this show. I heard from Jerry Hooks that it's already at least halfway sold out. So they're selling these things like hotcakes.
Merry Christmas. So number 2 this week is Jeff Gibbons. He's opening a solo show at Conduit Gallery. It's called Clown Ambulance. It's a mystery. I mean, he's quite the conceptual guy. He got his MFA at UTA. I tend to mention him in a top 5 if he has a show in Dallas, in and around Dallas, or elsewhere in Texas. One of the lines on the press release is, become part of a resonant feedback loop as Gibbons reaches into a spiritual world he himself acknowledges may not exist. I mean, there's a sadness in a lot of his work, but he tends to be funny as well. And I just, I'm curious to see what it is. Clown Ambulance. I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do.
It's a good title. I like the title.
Yeah.
And number 1 this week at 14 Pews in Houston is Texas Between Two Worlds. This is a film. This is Saturday night, December the 3rd from 7:30 to 9 p.m. This is 3-minute interviews. I think there are 14 of them with artists in Houston, and they were recorded in 1993, these 24 or 25 years ago. So some of these people are no longer with us. Casey Williams. Others are still working and going strong. Jesse Amato, who's no longer in Houston. Nick Nikosha, David McGee, and others. And so this is going to be a really wonderful snapshot of the Houston art scene in the early 90s, which was a fun moment in Houston. There was a lot going on. There was a really good energy here. And I think that a lot of people are going to come out for this. The filmmakers are Bill Howells, who was a filmmaker at the time. He's now teaching at UT Health. He does a lot of work at the intersection of art and technology. And then I think Lynn Herbie, did the interviews, and she at the time was the camp curator.
All right. Well, what are you going to do this weekend?
I'm going to see some shows. I'm going to probably put up a Christmas tree, eggnog, cheer, Christmas music. Like I'm like full bore. Let's do this. I'm
Diving
in.
right in.